Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this week's biblical exhortation. And this week, we'll be reading from Genesis chapter 16, verse 13, and it reads, "And she called the name of the Lord that spake unto her, Thou God seest me. For she said, Have I also here looked after him that seeth me?" Today, I want to talk to you about one of God's names that has mattered to me a lot while following Christ. The title of today's message is El Roi. Have you ever felt alone, so misunderstood by others that you believed that no one knew what you were going through? That every cry when no one was around was only to let it out before going around others again? There may have been traumatic things that you have experienced growing up or still go through that people may not even believe you about because they were not there to see it. On the other side of things, there may be things that you have accomplished, ideas you have come up with that people around you don't give you your credit for. Any of these examples can make a person like you feel unseen. Today, I want to encourage you by letting you know that there is a God, also known as El Roi, that means the God who sees, and his name is Jesus. Every time you thought that no one was watching, someone was always watching, and that man is Jesus. Proverbs 15 verse 3 tells us very plainly, "The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good." So that means that God has been in every room you have been in. He has heard every cry, saw every tear fall. He has seen you working hard on things others may not believe you can accomplish. Some of you may know that God has been there all along, and it could be the very reason that some of you may be angry with God. The question being, why didn't you stop this person from doing that? Or why can't I get my revenge? But today I want you to know that God says, "Vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord." And he also tells us, "They that sow in tears shall reap in joy." So because he sees everything, even the things that you haven't seen, he has heard the conversations that you haven't heard. He knows how to handle every situation better than we can because we don't have all the knowledge that he has. God wants us to trust that he knows best because the way that God handles everything is the perfect way for it to be handled. It just might not be on the timing that you want it to be on or look the way that you thought it would have looked. So today, as I talk about El Roi, the God who sees, I encourage you to not only thank God for seeing you when no one else could, but to ask God to help you see you the way that God sees you. When you will start to align with how God sees you, you will see that no matter what you have been through, no matter what you may go through, you are beautifully and wonderfully made, and he sees you every step of the way. I pray that this is an encouraging message to you and those around you, and I encourage you to come back next week for another biblical exhortation. Thank you for listening, and I love you all.